Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm AndyRC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Rise Tello. Now this is a really confusing product for me because if you call this the DJI Tello, people lose their minds because it's not made by DJI. It just has DJI technology in it as well as Intel. However, every other advert I'm seeing for DJI is pushing this model and it's sold on the DJI website. So yeah, a really confusing choice by DJI, I think. And if you go on the website as well, it says please forward any issues to Rise Corporation, so they don't want to take responsibility for it. They're just sort of reselling it and sort of acknowledging that, you know, they've worked with the company to build it. And, you know, I've flown it already and you can really tell that it's got DJI technology in there. So it's $100 or £100 and it's a brushed sort of toy grade, but kind of not, because once I've flown it I've realized that it is a lot more than that. You see, it's got the infrared sensors underneath there, so it can basically just hover itself without any input, and it's incredibly accurate and stable, and it's got a great flight time as well, you know, 11 to 13 minutes. It's got a huge battery, and again, you know, I reckon DJI have had some input on that as well, because, you know, how many brushed models do you know that will fly for that long? It's quite rare. So it's a 1000 milliamp proprietary battery, and the only way to charge it is you put it in the model like this, and then you've got a USB micro on here, and they don't give you the cable, funnily enough, so you know, you have to have your own cable to charge it. Now it's got a camera up the front. It's just a 720p camera, and you know, I think for $100 I would have liked to have seen a SD card in there, you know, because there's some toy grade quadcopters that can record 720p, but with this one it's just gonna save the footage to your phone. But that is just my opinion. I still think for £100 it's a nice package. I'd have liked to have seen a controller as well. You know, this is actually all you get, so you know, it's the box that it comes in. There you get a spare set of propellers and a prop remover. You get given a manual. This one is completely in Chinese because it's come from China, and that's it. That's all that you get. You can get a Bluetooth remote controller for it. You have to buy that separately. So this is going to be controlled just from your phone. There's no GPS. However, this positioning system here works really well. It comes with these prop protectors on it there, and you can remove them so you'll get more flight time. But I think this one is designed for messing around indoors. You know, it's like a selfie drone. And it says in the instructions that you are to fly it in a windless environment, which obviously, you know, is quite a rare thing. I do think you can fly it outdoors, but it's going to need to be a calm day. So the way that it works is we've got an on button on the side here, and it's the DJI double press to turn it on, but it's not a DJI product. And then this LED flashes here, and it's going to give off a Wi-Fi hotspot. Now, to charge it, you plug your USB connector in there, and the LED flashes blue. And when it's fully charged, it goes a solid blue. It does take about an hour and a half to charge, which I thought was a long time for just one flight, but there you go. So now if I go into my device and go into Wi-Fi, I should be able to spot the Tello, and it sometimes prompts you to accept that there's no internet access on there, so it's not doing that, so maybe because I've already done it. So we've got the Tello app here, so it's its separate app, and there you go. We have got a picture already. I'm getting error codes and all sorts of things here. Warning, error code 24, sensor error. It's probably because of the low light in here, really. So I think it's infrared, so you know, it does require you to have some light for it to work. So I can switch to video here, and then I've got my record button up there, and then we've got the takeoff button there, and we've got the settings button here. So we've got the flight speed, slow and fast. You've got VR mode, so yes, you can use VR goggles with this, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then you've got your Bluetooth joystick settings, Wi-Fi settings, and then we've got more. So we've got the measurement system here, the photo quality, the battery warning, joysticks, mode 1 or mode 2. This is great because I fly mode 1, so I like that it's got that, but I would expect that for the price. And then we've got the bit rate and the exposure value, which we can change as well. And then if we go into there, you can calibrate the IMU. And then we have got center of gravity calibration, firmware versions and stuff like that. So lots of stuff in there in the settings. And then we've got different flight modes as well, so it can do flips actually, and you've got the throw and go option, and then up and out, so it says record a short video while flying upwards and backwards. So there's some automatic modes here. We've got a 360 mode here and a circle as well, so I think this one just yaws around, and then a circle here, it says record a short video while flying in a circle. Bounce mode, it's just going to fly up and down like that. Not sure how useful that's going to be, but there you go. So if we go back to here again, you know, very simple controls and great for someone who is new and has never flown before. I guess you could say a downside of this is that it's using brushed motors, and brushed motors are known to wear out, and I'm not sure how it would work if that happened, because, you know, usually with a DJI product, if you've got a problem, you send it off to DJI, but in this case, it's a different company, so I'm not sure whether there's spare parts or whether they'd expect you to take it apart to fit a new motor, so I'm not sure how that will work. Well, I don't know if windless environment is how I describe today, but it's as good as it's going to get, I think. So I'm going to try and do the throw and go thing. So I've got the option there. So it says tap the icon and the props will start to go. So I just throw it. I caught my finger in it there, so be careful of that. But because they are brushed motors, it doesn't do too much damage. So let's have a look at the video. Wow, that looks really stable. And the model looks really stable as well. That is hands off and it's not moving anywhere. I mean, the wind's blowing it a little bit, like I say. There is some wind around today. So I've started the video recording and it's mode 1, so that should be throttle there. Yes, it is. Got my battery level on here as well. That seems really stable. I guess the video must be stabilized a little bit. I'm trying to push forward here and it's just going backwards. I think the wind's pushing it. There we go. I managed to get it go forward, but yeah. Not ideal conditions for this, I guess you would say. Let's try bring it down a little bit. Yeah, it did start moving there. Let's just double check that I'm on that fast setting. I think I was on slow. It's hard to say which is the option. Is it black the option or is white the option? Let's see what it's like now. Yes, it's got much more forward motion now. Okay, so let's go into some of these settings. Let's try a flip. Something in Chinese. There we go. I don't know what that was. Slide on the screen to flip 8 different directions. Okay, what's it say there? Tap on the X for an emergency. Oh, okay, so we just got a thing on the screen and then you could just flip it whichever way and it does it automatically. That's pretty cool. You could do diagonal ones as well. Yeah, pretty nice. I mean, it's a bit of a gimmick. And do I still have normal control as well? I do have normal control as well, so you know, it's pretty cool. I like that. And then it says tap on the X when finished, I think. There we go. Right, let's go back in there then and have a look what else we've got. Up and out. Record a short video whilst flying upwards and backwards. I'm not too sure about this because we're not going to have a huge amount of range with this guy. For a short video, confirm that you're flying in an area that is open. Let's just cancel it. See, one thing that I don't think this has is the backwards flying. You see, it's meant to be a selfie drone. Let's bring it down a little bit. And usually you have the option to do backwards flying because it can be quite confusing on a phone. Yeah, it's getting confused with the positioning there as well. I don't think flying it over grass is ideal for it. So let's just turn it around so that it faces me, so it's in selfie mode. Need to stand back a little bit. Now I'm a bit worried about this because backwards is straight up to those trees, so how about we do it that way so we've got more space. There we go. The video feed looks pretty nice, I have to say. Right, 70% battery, man, yeah, good flight time. Right, let's go on here then, and let's go up and out. So, yes, let's see what happens. Now, it does look like it stopped the recording there. It looks like it's landing there. What's it doing? Don't land. What on earth was it doing then? Didn't do up and out, it went back and down. Let's try that again. Up and out. Record a short video flying upwards and backwards. Confirm that you're flying open air, blah blah blah, yes. Let's see if it does it now. No, it's just sitting there. Visual positioning may fail. Yeah, it's not doing it. I don't know. I don't like the idea of that mode anyway. Yeah, it stopped the video recording there. So let's have a look what the other options are. 360, okay, we can't be going wrong with a 360 surely. Let's press yes, see what happens. It starts the recording automatically and it just yaws very slowly. Oh, the video looks great on the phone though. A little bit of stutter. Wonder how long it's going to do that for. So you just do it indefinitely until you press the stop button. Yeah, it's not keeping its position completely. Oh, the wind, no. Yeah, it stopped there. Okay, let's bring the height down a little bit. It's getting blown around quite a lot there. So let's go. Oh, I've gone into settings, that was wrong. So what was the other option? Up and out, we've done flips. Let's do circle. Again, something in Chinese that I can't read. Let me go in, what's wrong with it? Back, no, into here. Let's try circle again. It is not liking that, I'm doing something wrong with that. But maybe my height, I don't know. Maybe it's just the visioning system, I don't know. Let's try again. Circle. It will not let me go into this mode whatsoever. It won't let me go into the other modes. I'm getting just an error every time now, so maybe the battery's too low. I don't know. Or maybe it's because this hovering vision system isn't working great over the grass. It would have been nice to try out the circle mode. Oh, there we go. Yes. There we go. So it's doing a circle. I don't know what of. I think it just starts off from where it was, because obviously there's no GPS yet. It's not a perfect circle whatsoever. I'm not sure why I'm getting the error either. I'm sure someone in the comments will know though. Might be because it was feeding an error back with the positioning system, so maybe it doesn't let you do that if it hasn't got a great lock. Well, there you go. It's not like a GPS circle, but that's as good as it's gonna get, I think. So 30% battery. So we just do record again. And let's see if I could fly it around. No, it's landing. What's it doing? It's really struggling against this wind, I think. But yeah, I think I like it, I do think it's worth 100 quid. And I flew it indoors and it was absolutely rock solid, the positioning system. I think it is struggling on the grass. It likes different textures, you see, and grass is pretty much all one texture. So if you've got like a patterned carpet or something like that, it might do better. But we've got moderate winds here today. and yeah, it is flying, it is doing it, so you know, that's not bad. And it's got a good flight time, you know. We're coming up to 17% battery. I don't think it lets you do the flips after a certain flight time, well, that's fine. So if you want to do flips, get and do them early on. That's our battery here, 15%. Let's get a close look at it if I can. Not a noisy model, which is good. Yeah, I like it. I do. I do think for the price though, a controller would have been good. And also, you know, the ability to record on a micro SD card. You know, if you look at some of the cheaper options that don't have DJI built into it, you know, they tend to have those features. So we're at 11% here. I might just fly it around. Apparently if you stick your hand out, it'll land on your hand. So how about we try and do that? So 10% battery. I don't know how much longer it's going to fly for, but it's not going down fast, the battery, I have to say. Yeah, and you know, Rise, if you're listening, a sort of selfie backwards option would be good, because it can get confusing, you know, especially as it's not got a controller. It can get confusing which way round it is for orientation. I think it's landing. Low battery, land as soon as possible. It's trying to land itself. Can you see it? It's coming down. So if I put my hand out, oh, it's lifting up now. Okay. Low battery, land as soon as it just says stop on here. What does that mean? Stop. Oh yeah, it's landing. So auto landing, hand landing. Tap the takeoff motor will run slowly. That's takeoff. Is it just gonna land? Mind your fingers this time. Oh, there you go. It worked. So there you go. That is my review of the not DJI but the Rise Tello. I like it. I'll put a link in the description if you wish to get one. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.